Best in practice will probably have to be Michael Smith. I've never seen anybody do what he does in practice. Maybe not even Dave Chisnell, which is quite the compliment. I'd probably have to say Andy Jenkins, wouldn't you? Because he's been there and done it and nobody messes with him. Hendo. For me, he's just been such a great servant of the game, not just for Scotland, but for, you know, the good nature of the game in the last, 10, 11 seasons. I think he's one of the best players on the circuit that hasn't won a title. I think if he won one, there'd be a national holiday in Scotland, and I'd love to be there for that. That's a bit of a question. A lot of people would probably, you know, in default mode go for Chizzy here, but I think Chizzy's got a lot to offer. I'd probably have to say Ryan Joyce, because I've heard he's pretty lazy from other sources. He might not turn up. Tightest for money. There's got to be Whitlock in it. Just from previous experience. No offence, Simon. But yeah, it's pretty tight. Dave Chisnell for me. I've seen him do it so many times with ease. I've seen other players do it, of course, but just get the feeling it's always under threat when Dave's around because he hits more 180s than anybody else. I'd probably have to say the most intelligent player, which has never changed in my eyes, is John Park. He knows more about world politics, geography, history, darts in general as well. Just a really fascinating bloke to be around. I remember being at the Grand Slam with him in 2008, and I was just looking up at him like this, just listening to every word he was saying. He was a fascinating bloke to meet and consequently call upon as a colleague and an opponent over the course of the last 10 years. I once got referred to as the best dressed myself, so I'm not going to change that. I do tend to look after my wardrobe a little bit, so I'm going to say myself. And I'm not one to blow my own trumpet, but I don't mind the way I dress. I once said that Peter Wright was the worst dressed. I'm not going to say that this time. I'm just going to get that out there. Ted Hankey is the worst dressed because I've heard he doesn't wear socks, and I've never seen him in anything that hasn't been black trousers and a shirt down to the belly button, so probably have to say Ted. I've got a lot of good friends. My best mate's probably Mark Webster. John Henderson's one of my best friends. You know, Mervyn King, Steve West, all these guys are really, really close with me. I get on really well with Chris Dobie because obviously, you know, I grew up with his dad as one of my teammates, but I'm really blessed to have so many good friends. But I'd say Mark Webster's probably my best friend. Mark Webster is a lunatic when it comes to joking. You put him with the right person, like Joe Cullen, for instance. Those guys go off. Chris Dobie is a closet joker as well. But if you get Mervyn King on the right day, he exudes this laughter and this joking spirit. He once, because I was getting eggs from Peter Wright, and I was got hens. When I was practicing on the board, Mervyn actually hard-boiled one of my eggs, and I didn't find out until I got home, which was 300 miles from Barnsley. So that just goes to show how much of a joker Merv is. James Wade, moving on. It's not me, contrary to what other people will say. Devon's pretty good, but the best dancer on tour is without a doubt Colin Lloyd. Now, go back to the World Championships where he was doing the Lloydie. That proves it. Do the Lloydie. It's a difficult one because you look at someone like Michael Smith, who's come really close. And will Michael Smith get that close again? I believe he will. But then I look at someone like Nathan Aspinall, and I believe in his game. I think he's got a lot more to offer. He's really consistent. He's got a really good floor and stage game. I think Nathan is ready to pop, and I'd love to see him do well because I love watching him play. Best roommate I had is probably James Hubbard. I haven't had a roommate in quite a few years, but when I was rooming with James, I was doing well. I always felt relaxed. Apart from the times when he used to buy a soft drink half of it, then leave the other half, and then buy another one. And I always wondered why he wouldn't drink the bottom half. Really weird. So he's the best roommate and also the worst. Bogey player. I beat Raymond van Barneveld in exhibitions, but I never beat him in a competitive match. My bogey player was James Wade, but I managed to beat him at the back end of 2018 in a really good game. But I never beat Peter Jakes, which was a bit of a strange one for me. And I couldn't beat Steve Lennon. But overall, you got to say Barney because he beat me in some high-profile matches, and I wish I'd got one of them.